Got a love-hate relationship with parties. I hate parties, but I love the fact that it forces me to clean this place up. So as you can tell, this at one time was a stairwell that came down and connected the upper part of the property to the lower part of the property. But as Mother Nature has taken over, you can hardly make the distinction. So my primary goal today is to just kind of clear this out. Luckily we've got friends helping out, and I'm hoping that we're going to get this done. We got 2 weeks before the party, and if I can knock this one off, it'll be awesome. So let me show you what we have going on here. So this is what we got going on here. We got blackberry bushes over here. I got this bush over here growing horribly, this bush over here growing horribly. You can see where the steps are, and they're buried in here. More blackberry bushes. More just regular, just weeds. Lots of work I need to do. Lots of hedges that need to be trimmed here. Hedges that need to be trimmed there. And if I have time, I'm going to power wash this because it gets pretty slick and I've got moss growing and stuff. As you can see over there, we've got, I don't know, you probably can't see that, I'm shooting into the sun, but we've got a whole crew of people helping us out on this, so it's going to be a good day. But being the egotist that I am, I'm going to focus on my work, and they can do their own work when they're whatever they're doing. We're working hard today, but I want to show you something here. I hope you can see that. That's elk poop. Now, a lot of people who don't have elk that live near them on like the East Coast, I think, oh wow, it's so majestic that you got elk. No, it's not majestic to have elk. Elk are a pain in the butt. I've got to cover up all my fruit trees, my entire garden. They eat everything in sight, and they drive my dogs crazy. 4 in the morning, dogs are out barking. What are they barking at? The elk. But they don't go after the elk, they just bark at the elk. You know, and the elk, after a while, they get used to them like a crow with a scarecrow. It's like, no, this is not the way it's supposed to work. Go get the elk. Make sure they don't come back. Nope. Anyway, lots of elk up here. Not a big fan. When Armageddon comes, I'll be a much bigger fan because that's going to be my food supply. But for now, they're currently eating my food supply, which is my apples and my plums and my lettuce and whatever else my wife is growing. Anyway, let me get back to work. Just want to take a quick intermission there. As you can see, we're making some great progress, aren't we? Wife is kicking ass. Don't be looking at her ass while she's bending over. I'm gonna have to blur that part out. But yeah, I think we've got another 30 minutes, so I'm gonna break out the power washer. We're gonna see how that one goes. But right now, we're just gonna clean up and see what happens. You don't look like you're outside doing work, because I'm not. I am making up for an editing problem that I had. My editing problem was that I deleted footage. Big problem. And it was a scene that's going to tie the last scene to the next scene, so I have to fill you in on the gaps. And when I say gaps, there were gaps between the rock walkway that grass was growing out of. And I couldn't pull it out. It was so tight in there that I had to come up with another solution. This other solution, you're going to see right now. Try to pull those weeds out of that crack. That's a lot of work. I mean, it's not like pulling a dingleberry out of a crack. It's not coming out that easy. So I'm just going to go the way Mother Nature intended it to be with this HDX Weed and Grass Killer Concentrate. It says it'll work in 7 days. I've got 8 days before this party, or 9 days before this party. So let's see if it lives up to its word. Let's go ahead and kill some grass. The instructions are saying it should be 3 tablespoons per gallon. I don't know if I believe those instructions. It came off their website, but that just doesn't seem right. I'm in the greenhouse, and who's got a tablespoon measuring cup in the greenhouse? So let's see how much that's going to be. That looks about 3 tablespoons, right? Maybe a little more. There we go. Just to make sure. Well, it's been about a week since I put the vegetation killer down. It's killed a lot of the grass, but there's still some that's hanging in there tough. So I'm just going to use the hatchet to get the rest of that. Using a hatchet because I got to get in between the rocks, and it's a nice thin blade will be able to cut through there. Just dig up enough and just cut it through. Tonight's the party, so today's the last day I'm working on this. It's hot. As you can see, I don't know when the last time this was really done, if it was ever after it was put in, because I've got, in some places, 2 to 3 inches of dirt that I'm just trying to scrape up. I'm going to have to break out the power washer when I'm done here, just to get it clean. Wasn't expecting this, but I'm almost done. I'm on the last step. All done. I had this crazy idea that I was just going to power wash it. It was going to come out sparkling clean, and I was going to stop this, and I was going to say, look what I did. What I didn't realize is all the dirt I was going to kick in was going to fill in the cracks, and it was going to get all over me. But hey, it looks pretty good. When this thing dries, it's going to look even better. Thanks for joining me on this episode. If you liked it, hit like, hit share, hit follow, hit the little bell, and I will see you again in a couple days. Got another adventure, at least adventure for me, planned. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching.